A Meditative Way of Life. By Ami Ra, Wise. Forward, by Ta Wa, Wise. This is a Wise Values publication. Wise Values is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, focused on addressing health disparities, food insecurity, and environmental injustice. Learn more at wisenpo.org. Chapter 10. Transitioning to Meditative Parenting.
Many of us have become parents before fully understanding our role and responsibility to our children. In modern society, our ability to reproduce does not align with our maturity. Today, childbearing is usually not the result of a righteous marriage. Becoming a parent is often only the outcome of sexual activity. Engaging in sex has become a casual behavior that does not precede wholesome development. Therefore, sexual partners are hardly prepared to honor their procreative responsibilities. Our children are the purest reflection of innocence, surrender, and trust. We have the responsibility to secure, stabilize, and protect our children. We are to serve as role models, guiding our children in wellness. We are to provide wholesome and healthy environments for our children, free of violence and abuse. We are to establish peaceful, honorable, and productive relationships to protect our children from harm and secure their wholesome development. As a society, we have failed, for many generations, to create the proper structures and systems that support the wholesome growth and development of children. Instead, we are guilty of tampering and abusing our children. Then we grow up, traumatized and confused, not knowing how to break the cycle. The industrial model does not encourage us to take pause, to heal and learn from our parents' mistakes so that we can evolve to the ability to develop stable families. Even before addressing childhood traumas becomes a social priority, we can give ourselves space to engage in that healing through meditation. There are effective healthcare strategies that can allow us to overcome our childhood injuries and break the cycle of bearing children without the ability to totally nurture them with love and guide them with righteousness. Raising children void of a wholesome family and community structure leaves them vulnerable to negative influences, toxic temptations, and destructive exposures. Predators are busy enticing and soliciting our children, leading them astray. They learn warped values and counterproductive behaviors as a part of a crowd of misguided and unprotected youth. Our anxiety-driven society has lost focus on the need for human development and lost sight of the responsibility to foster maturity by guiding children to become wholesome, healthy, honorable, and responsible human beings. We bear children and continue to give them as sacrifices to the predatory agendas perpetuating poor health outcomes as a product of toxic consumption and addiction. We have become so busy struggling, suffering, and wondering that we forgot to invest the essential time and energy that will soothe our children's longing for positive attention. As we develop awareness and pursue health and wellness, we will understand our highest responsibility as mothers and fathers. We will realize the importance of caution and care as it relates to our sexuality. We will prepare ourselves through healing and growth for sustainable matehood. Within our partnership, we will collectively construct homes and communities to nestle our developing children. We approach the reality that many of our sexual choices were the product of abuse, misguidance, and unawareness. We review our personal health and the condition of our family. We identify our mistakes that were the result of impulsive behaviors and immature games and see that a whole new generation sprang from them. Once reaching adulthood without receiving the proper guidance and support, we are given the responsibility to have parental authority over our inner child. We now have the responsibility to guide our undeveloped aspects to maturity and wellness. This process teaches us how to be responsible for the growth of the children we have reproduced. Our development cultivates our parental authority to protect and secure our children and overrule the misguidance and negative influences raising them. Providing our children with loving guidance and protection is the most effective way to address our social plagues and disorders. Nurturing our children to wellness will break the generational cycles of domestic violence, sexual abuse, and poor health outcomes. The means to wholesomely love and nurture our children is discovered as we focus on our own personal growth and healing. Within a meditative way of life, we take the time to review and examine our childhood experiences. We develop the honesty to identify the errors and abuses within our childhood experience. We uncover the hurts and traumas that we may have completely forgotten as we dig through the rubble of our past. We learn to release and let go while cultivating understanding and forgiveness. As a dysfunction of abusive families, we have maintained familiar ties to family members who have historically abused and disrespected us. This tradition permits the continued formation of toxic relationships in our lives. As we examine and assess the state of our familiar relationships, we learn the importance of establishing relationship standards that do not permit abuse. We also develop the courage to walk away from harmful childhood relationships and redefine the meaning of family. Our children are inspired by witnessing our growth, recovery, and maturity. They learn from our health-affirming choices. They become able to trust our commitment to provide a secure, safe, and stable home environment. Our children respect our choices to walk away from abusive relationships and develop the capacity to build supportive, healthy, and nurturing relationships with the potential for marriage. Our children benefit from the fruits of our growth and maturity. We must be patient with ourselves as we are patient with our children. Consistently demonstrating a desire to change, heal, evolve, and grow is impactful. Our children will observe our efforts as they naturally seek answers and solutions. We teach them by example. Nurturing our wellness provides the tools and resources that benefit our children. We open new avenues for our children to explore. We demonstrate wholesome behaviors for our children to practice. Through our meditative journey, we are paving the way for a wholesome and healthy society.